Good morning. Happy Saturday. Writing sprints. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I saying? So anyway, how are you guys? Happy first Saturday of 2024. I posted on my wall that it is THRiVE 2024 with like a little I. And so that I is to focus on I am going to get this done. I'm going to achieve it. So the focus is on thriving this year. Because I don't know about y'all, but everyone I talk to, hold on, I got my cords all tangled up. Girl. I have my cords all tangled up. Good morning. Everybody I talk to when I asked them about 2023, they're like, this was not the best year. And so I feel like 2024 is the year that we are going to thrive and kill it and achieve our goals. So I'm so excited to have this Saturday morning with you guys because it is the first one. We're going to start this year off right, and we're going to manifest the things that we want to change and to grow and to do this year. So I'm so excited for that. And I'll be taking you all along with me because we all rise with the tide. Anyway, so today, I don't know how much writing I'm going to actually be doing just because I have edits, and I made a promise to myself when I did my last book that I was going to be better about editing as I go. And of course, I have not done that. Well, I didn't do it as well as I could have. So I think I have, when I looked at my manuscript, like 1,300 errors that I have to resolve. Ugh. Good morning, Omni. Are you going to join today? Present, how are you? I'm good, running around. I feel like I'm in a holiday hangover because I'm not ready to get back into the swing of things. I think that I had too much fun and socializing during the holidays, and so now that it's back to work, I'm like, ugh. How about you? Is it the same? Okay, so let's see. I opened up my document, and I use both ProWrite 8 and Grammarly. Those plugins are both finicky on a Mac, so a lot of times I have to cut and paste it into the web version. But I see the count, it's going over 900, so let's see. How many? 1,238 editing errors that I have to address in Grammarly today. So I have half a chapter left to write, and it's the closing chapter, so I have to make sure that I get all the ties and the emotions and the trauma, I guess, tied up. So I'm not going to really write, I think, on this sprint just because I need to kind of marinate more on what I want to write. I mean, I know what I'm going to write, but I just want to marinate more on the intensity of the feelings. And so I'll probably do that after we get off the writing sprints today. But I am going to work on my edits. So what are you guys working on? Good morning. All you read is love. How cute. I like that handle. Omni, what you working on this morning? I don't know if anyone else is going to be joining us. I didn't hear from the usual crew, which is, okay, because I think a lot of people are having a hard time getting to the swing of it. I talked to my brain trust, which is there's 5 of us ladies, and they help me kind of brainstorm these books and the stories, and they actually help name the characters too. And so I was like, is anyone else having a holiday hangover? And they're like, yes. So I feel like we're not alone. But the book I'm working on, Giovanni, is out this January 31st. So this month, not how many days, I'm so behind. But I'm lucky because I have a developmental editor who's awesome, and she's on standby waiting. She's been waiting, bless her heart. And then I have a line editor who is also on standby, and she's awesome as well. So both of them are like, we're waiting. I'm like, dang it, I know. And I promised to be better this year with not keeping them waiting and to actually meet my deadline. But I don't know what I did. I blew my deadline really bad. Omni, I'm going to finish chapter 3 on Silver Springs and chapter 9 on Crowned by Fire. Ooh, you're writing 2 books at once? I find that fascinating. I cannot do that. Obviously, by not meeting this deadline, I can't write one book at once. But anyway, so I started Giovanni on November 20th. I was supposed to have it done by December 19th. It is now, January 6th, I'm finally getting it done. So I think it will come in right about 70,000 words. Hi, honey. Thank you for the love. I went to a rug flop yesterday. Okay, go. I had to put on my glasses. I went to a rug flop yesterday and got pretty drunk, but these rugs are amazing and cheap. You need to be there to party with me. You would have so much fun. Okay, what is a rug party? Is it literally like a rug, like what you put on the floor, like a carpet? Or what is that? Y'all, Omni has to school me all the time on terms because I literally am not a cool kid and I know none of them. I would definitely have fun with you. Oh my gosh, the things we could do. There would definitely be an NDA involved. I am writing. Okay. So my lawn crew hasn't showed up, or the lawn crew. So we'll see if they interrupt us and we have to go longer or not. But I want to know, how do you write in 2 books at once? Because I would think that the tone, well, in my case, the tone would probably end up like being the same, and then I would probably have like my characters all sound the same instead of them being distinctly their own. Good morning, EB. Happy New Year, ladies. Have y'all started your New Year's resolutions yet? Oh, okay. Rug flop is where they bring authentic Persian rugs from Iran or Pakistan and they sell them. They tell you the history and how long it took for the family to make them. Ooh, how neat. Oh yeah, definitely send me the pictures. I just think that area is so fascinating, but right now it's, obviously pretty dangerous, especially with now I think the conflict may be going into Iran. But yeah, I have a friend who's from that area and he's like, oh, it'd be stunning. You should go with me sometime. And I thought maybe when it calms down, we can go. He's Palestinian, but he's a Christian. So he said it's kind of interesting. He's Palestinian. He speaks Arabic and Farsi. But he said the Christian part is dangerous for him. I thought, that's interesting. Happy New Year. I don't make New Year's resolutions. Girl, I wish I didn't, but I do. I have a vision board and I have my goals, and I took my goals and I broke them out into like the schedule of like my new life that I'm supposed to be living, but this week did not work out that way. This week I was just like, I think in Holiday Hangover, I was slow as hell writing. I just like, man, I would sit here and the words would not flow. And I was like, girl, you're already behind on your deadline. You need to get these words down. Excuse me. I knew what scenes to write. I knew exactly what to write. It's just like, it was not coming out. It sounded like, Dr. Seuss. And I am not a writer like Dr. Seuss. So anyway, hey, Evie, are you hanging out, having breakfast? You writing with us? Because we'll get started. And I can only be on here for 2 writing sessions. My daughter has a photo shoot tomorrow. So once again, we got the list of what the her agent tells her, like what the different styles are. And even though we have a stylist, we have to go get different shoes again. I swear, I think we have every kind of shoe that mall sells. So I have to cut it short today. I think next week I'll be able to be on longer. But we're only going to be able to do 2 writing sprints because I got to head back to that mall. I've been trying to get organized, but I'm not tying it to the new year. I try to make changes all year. Oh, I like that. I hear what you're saying. I always think every every day technically is a reset for us to restart, but I don't know, my days have bled into another. It's been like laziness, procrastination, and avoidance. Yeah, a photo shoot sounds fun. She's really nervous, obviously, but she's also excited, and it's going to be downtown Houston. We shot at this location same month last year, but with a different photographer and team. And so she has to get like a different style of photos, more commercial or something like that. And so that's what tomorrow's going to be. And she always wants to wear like high heels, and tomorrow's not going to be high heels. So I definitely took a mini vacay. That's what I was. I don't know if mine was vacay or just procrastination. So, but if y'all are ready, I didn't post for like 4 days. I was over social media. Well, I think you didn't miss much. It was all the 2023 in review and then motivational for 2024. So that was basically what was on IG the last week or so. Okay, you're going to make breakfast. Omni, are you ready? And then we'll go. See, I'm at 25. Alrighty. Okay, so we'll do 25. I'll mute my line because everybody is still in bed, even the dog. So, yay! Okay, here we go. Ready? Start. And mute. Hello, good morning. Hey, coffee with a kiss. There's some really cute handles today. Good morning, Cassie's. Ellen. Good morning, Harley. Layden. I'm so ready. That's so cute. How did you guys do? Let's see. I didn't get very far. I was editing, and I think I told y'all one time when I was doing Sebastian last month, my plugins aren't working, and so I had to just, upload it to Grammarly, and I was going to upload it to THRiVE, but I can't even get the web version to work, so I uploaded it to Grammarly, and whew, those errors are glaring. Happy New Year, Cassie's. Yes, the crew's all together. I finally got out of bed and I'm warming bagels. That sounds good. There's this place here in Houston that's like legendary. Although Keith Lee did not visit it, but that Keith Lee effect in Houston there had when he came, I think like in late December. Stores were running out because there was such a run on the restaurants afterwards, and so there was 2 restaurants, because they're smaller, they're not chains, big national chains. 2 of them had to close because they ran out of supplies and they were waiting for their supply trucks to come in. So anyway, but this bagel shop is so delicious. They make them fresh every day, and once you have those fresh bagels, it's hard to buy the store-bought ones. It's difficult to self-edit because our brains know what's supposed to be there, so it auto-corrects our mistakes. That is so true, because I will use other words thinking that I used the right word, and I'm like, what is going on? It's kind of scaring me. But with Grammarly, or even like what was the common one? I guess if you use straight quotes, or if you're using curly quotes, I don't know, it's just whatever my word does. Gigi, save a bagel for me. I am on my way. I love bagels. This shop is not near us. It's by the museum district, so when we go to the museum, it's part blueberry with cream cheese. It's part of our tradition that whenever we go to the museum, because we're members of the Museum of Fine Arts, we used to be members of the Natural Science Museum, but the kids are like, it's the same thing every year. And so we stopped there to get bagels, and they have this one that's just Asiago cheese all over it, like inside and then crusted on the outside. With some butter, that's all you need. I was working on my kitchen. Oh, that's right, your spicy kitchen scene. Okay, so you were working on that last time we had left off. Because I think at the time I was asking what it was about. Was it baking cookies, I think you said? Because I know that when we talked, Sebastian had a fondue scene. It's kind of spicy. And it's so funny because when I wrote that fondue scene, I didn't think it was turned out that spicy, but I got a lot of comments like, whoa, that scene. I feel like spice levels and the ratings are like all over the place. Everybody has a different number of chili peppers. So, Cassie's, are you riding with us? What are you doing today? Okay, so in that spicy scene, is that your paranormal romance? Or are both of your books a paranormal romance that you're writing, Omni? Let me know. So I am trying to get, Giovanni done, and I have I shared with you guys my huge publishing plan, which I'm already past due on. But anyway, after this, I'm starting on Isla, which is the 4th book in the Canon Series, and that'll be out April 1st. And then I want to start a brand new series, and I reached out to my ARC team because, oh my gosh, I think I have about, 20, 25, some are more vocal than others. But I asked him, I said, what kind of books, what subgenre do you like to read? And the idea I had in mind, nobody really said, although I didn't share because I didn't want to kind of like taint the results of what they were going to give me. But they were saying hockey romance. And I was just like, I don't even know if I can write a hockey romance. I don't, well, a lot of those covers are illustrated, and that's not within like really my brand. So, and Billionaire, and I feel like Billionaire is so saturated. So, they did say mafia, and I do. My very first book, Coyote, was kind of a cartel mafia, not mafia, but cartel, with a military hero. So maybe I'll go back to that. I don't know, but anyway, all that to be said, after Isla's done, which I'm trying to finish by the end of February to get out to, the editors and stuff like that, I want to start on my new series. And then I'll go back to like Cougars and Cubs new series, Cougars and Cubs, and alternate like that. I think that'd be fun and keep me motivated. Sometimes I get bored with my own stories. Do y'all get bored with your own? I love a good CEO billionaire one. I know, but there are so many out there. Like if you do a lot of especially if he's a jerk at first. I feel like they all are jerks at first. I feel like there's a blueprint for all these billionaire. And there's so many out there. When I do like book funnel, group promos, or author swaps, they're loaded with billionaire this and that. So I don't know. Maybe Cassie's your editing. Me too, girl. I only have 1,200 airs. Still. Sometimes the subtle spice is hot, though. I used to think that too, Evie, but some people come for you. I feel like there's going to be reviews that there was not enough spice and too much, and I don't know. I got criticized by the Canon Series not having enough spice, so I added more. Then that was okay, but it could have been more, right? So then with the Cougars and Cubs, which by the very nature, you should know it's going to be spicy. And then I had other people say, oh my gosh, it's too much. So one person even said it's like erotica. And I'm like, I had to go back out to my ARC team. I was like, is this erotica? And they're like, no, it's not. Okay, both are paranormal. So the kitchen scene, she just got out of the council meeting with, girl, I gotta put on my glasses. Malachi, and tension was a little high. They let out some frustration while they were alone. Ooh. Best way to do it. Literally. Add some unexpected pregnancy and I'm sold. Is that too much spicy thing? So I have so my art team tends to be more conservative on the spice level, and then my brain trust, they're like, bring it. I mean, some of the stuff that they read I've literally never heard of. And that's when one of the ladies in the group, she sent over that spreadsheet of like kinks and tropes, and so it was hilarious because like I said, some of that stuff I had to Google, and there was another lady in that small group that had to Google it too. Yeah, you should write the spice how you want it, though. I agree with you, Evie, because, and so does Omni, because it has to be authentic, right? I mean, it is our own work, and we're putting our name on it, and so you have to be happy with what is published. Yeah, you're the creator. I think it's okay if the spice levels differ. And then the book that I did everything, I think, like perfectly correct, nobody really likes. So I was like, oh my gosh, I got the formula of story, plot, pacing, tension, spicy. I got it all nailed, perfect. And everybody's like, I don't like that story. I'm like, dang it. I like a lot of spice, but I read books where there was spice every 2-3 pages in the same exact position. Yeah, I need a little story. I prefer, EB, I prefer a good mix of story and spice. Like if the spice is all deleted, will the story still be there? Yeah, I agree with you. It has to be a little bit. Cassie's, when you skip this spicy scene, something is wrong. I know. I did one because I was reading a book that will remain nameless the other day, and because it was recommended to me, and so it was really great. But then they got to this scene, very, very, very bizarre. It was like a plot twist where they decide to have like a random threesome, and I was like, this doesn't even fit in the book. So it was just, I don't know. I couldn't get into it after that random threesome because I'm like, if people truly love each other, like, and it was a new love, and they had just discovered they loved each other, and then they have a threesome, I was like, that's really not how it goes, but, or that's not really any of the books I've ever read. I feel like the threesomes are when they're like sick and tired of each other, they've been married forever. So funny. Alrighty, are y'all ready for another 25 minutes? I just did not finish a book because the MC said he killed someone, police shooting. And the FC jumped on his D for it. I did it. Yeah, some of it. I finished this book, but if you could like cut out that weird threesome scene that didn't even match, it honestly, it didn't even go with the story. What I'm thinking about now, if you cut it out, it would just make it a little cleaner of a story. Sometimes the spice is in the wrong place. Totally, I know. It was just like them getting together, threesome, and then, you know, that, what do they call it, dark night of the soul. So like, you know, the happy times, and then, what is it, the dark night of the soul, then they break up, or whatever it is, triggering event, dark night of the soul, and then grand gesture, or something like that. So if you took the threesome out, it would be fine and actually kind of clean up the story. Just weird. Yeah. I get what you're saying though. Okay, so I did not get very many errors cleared because apparently I have just too many. So if y'all are ready, we'll do another 25 minutes and then we'll have a little chit chat, and then I have to head out. But I'm going to be doing these every Saturday. I do have an interview on one of these Saturdays. I don't know if she picked this Saturday yet, but it's kind of towards the end of January because she's in Switzerland or Sweden. So my Thursdays at 7 is like 3 a.m. in the morning for her, so it's crazy. Even when I watch movies, when the main characters kiss in the middle of the action, everything is blowing up around them, they kiss, I scream at the TV. You know, I know, like, I feel like as authors, we want to get it all in. And sometimes, you know I could be guilty of it. It's like, do I stop the action for this? Or like, okay, where's the right part? I can't read The Spice with one chick and 15 men. I hate sharing as it's so... I can't imagine that. Okay, so it's funny you mentioned that, Omni, because that wide shoes or reverse harem is so popular. And so I have, when I reached out to the ARC team, and they said like hockey and billionaire, mafia, there was 2 others, military, and that wide shoes reverse harem was it. And I was like, guys, I don't know how logistically that works. Like, I'd have to read like a lot to understand, like, you know, where is that body part, and his and hers and them and they and all that. So to me, it's kind of confusing. I mean, we already have to keep track of it when you're in a regular spicy scene. So to have that with all those other parties, but it's really common. And I have 2 people that are like, that's all they read. And they're like, oh my gosh, we could totally help you out with writing those scenes. I was like, this is hilarious. So I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with that. Maybe one day, but not today. Anyway. Okay, let's do another 25 minutes because, you know, our books aren't going to write themselves. And as me and Cassie are editing, they're not going to edit themselves. I wish they would. I know. Everybody talks bad about AI, but I'm like, I wish AI would just come in and fix my edits for me. That's cheating. Okay, so I agree with you, Gigi. Yeah, I can't. I don't know about the whole sharing part, but I know like logistically, I'm like, how does this work? I guess if I watched, that kind of stuff on TV and then just like dictated what I'm seeing, maybe. Anyway, that's a problem for another day. Okay, so 25 minutes. Can you see that? I feel like there's a glare. Okay, 25. And I'm going to mute. Good luck. Hello, we're back. How'd y'all do? I thought I did okay. Because I have to like cut and paste in and out of the editor online, and then right when I was about to join you guys, it has like bottom of form, top of form, so I'm like, oh, should I cut and paste it? So I need to double check that I got it correctly. Cassie's, I don't mind RH, but sometimes it's too much. Oh, y'all are talking from our previous discussion. Yeah. I don't mind the RH, but sometimes it's too much. I mean, Our Lady bits get sore. Good morning, happy Saturday. Someone just woke up from his nap, so he's in here like, I need to do stuff with you, Mom. Anyway, did y'all have a good writing session? Cassie's, how'd your editing go? I know, he's literally breathing on the tripod, and I can see it like, shaking. I don't know if y'all can tell, but this kid, we're trying to lose weight. He's 70 pounds. And English bulldogs are not supposed to weigh that much. So anyway, I should put a picture of him on my story so y'all can see him. He keeps trying to like squeeze in between my desk and the tripod. And he is not small enough to do that. So anyway, well, I am going to sign off. Like I said, I got to get on to some other things, and then I'm going to return today to finish this up because I'm going to send it to my dev editor, Jessica, this weekend, which I'm so excited. And then we can plan to move on to the next novel that we'll write. So anyway, I will see you guys next Saturday, where we will sprint together on our works and get some words down. So y'all have a good rest of your weekend. Hopefully it's restful and you'll get a chance to get over the holiday hangover that I've had and back into the life that we designed, that we want to create this year. So anyway, you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you next week. Bye. Ciao for now.